Hello, little ones. Welcome back to the Wise Owl's Storytime, where magical tales come alive. Today, I have a delightful story from the 100 Acre Wood, all about Winnie-the-Pooh and his friends. So, get cozy, open your ears wide, and let's begin. One bright and cheerful morning in the 100 Acre Wood, Winnie-the-Pooh opened his eyes as the golden sunlight peeked through his little window. The birds were singing a merry tune, and the breeze carried the soft scent of flowers. Pooh stretched his paws high above his head, gave a big, lazy yawn, and listened carefully to the sound of his tummy rumbling. "Oh, bother," Pooh said to himself, "that sounds very much like a tummy that is in need of honey." He climbed out of bed slowly, humming a little tune as he padded across the wooden floor to his cupboard. Pooh licked his lips at the thought of the sweet, golden honey waiting for him. But when he opened the door and looked inside, he gasped. "Oh, dear me," he whispered, "where has it gone?" The cupboard was quite empty. His favorite honey pot, the one he always kept ready for breakfast, was missing. Pooh scratched his head thoughtfully, then tapped it gently with his paw, for thinking was rather hard work. After a moment, he nodded and said, "If a honey pot is lost, the best thing to do is go and find it." And with that, Pooh set off on his adventure. Pooh's first stop was at his dear friend Piglet's little house under the tall beech tree. Piglet was sweeping his front step with a very small broom when he saw Pooh coming down the path. "Good morning, Pooh," squeaked Piglet, setting the broom aside. "Good morning, Piglet," said Pooh politely. "I was wondering if you've seen a honey pot about this big." Pooh held his paws wide apart. "It's round, golden, and very, very delicious." Piglet thought hard, his tiny ears twitching. "Oh dear, no, Pooh, I haven't seen it. But if you've lost it, I'll help you look. Friends must help friends, you know." Pooh smiled and felt quite happy. "Thank you, Piglet. That is a very good idea." Together, they walked along the path until they reached Rabbit's tidy garden, where Rabbit was busily pulling weeds and straightening his rows of carrots. "Rabbit," Pooh called, "I've lost my honey pot. Have you seen it?" Rabbit looked up, brushing the dirt from his paws. "No, Pooh, I haven't. But if you've misplaced it, the sensible thing is to retrace your steps. That's what I always do." Pooh nodded thoughtfully. Retracing steps does sound rather clever. Pooh and Piglet continued down the winding path until they came to the little stream where Eeyore stood, gazing sadly at his reflection in the water. His tail, pinned on with a small nail, swished slowly from side to side. "Good morning, Eeyore," said Pooh kindly. "Morning," Eeyore replied in his slow, gloomy voice. "I've lost my honey pot." Pooh explained, "Have you seen it anywhere?" Eeyore gave a long sigh. "Can't say I have. Things are always getting lost. Sometimes they're found, sometimes not, mostly not." He stared back into the water, looking even gloomier. Piglet whispered, "Oh dear, that doesn't sound very hopeful." Before Pooh could answer, there came a cheerful voice calling, "Hello, hello, hello." Suddenly, with a spring and a bounce, Tigger leapt out from behind the trees. "What's the trouble, buddy, boys?" Tigger asked, grinning from ear to ear. Pooh told him about the missing honey pot. "Don't you worry," said Tigger proudly. "If there's honey in this wood, I'll sniff it out." Bouncing and searching, that's what Tiggers do best. And off he went, bouncing high and low, sniffing this way and that, until suddenly, crash, Tigger tumbled straight into a prickly bush. With a rustle of leaves and a little squeak from Piglet, everyone hurried over to the bush where Tigger had landed. His tail was sticking out and twitching as he wriggled free. Say, Tigger laughed, brushing off twigs. "I think I found something." And there, nestled safely inside the bush, was Pooh's honey pot. just as round, golden, and sticky as ever. "Oh, my honey pot!" Pooh cried happily, his eyes wide with delight. He picked it up gently and hugged it as though it were an old friend. Piglet clapped his tiny hands in joy. Rabbit adjusted his ears with relief. Even Eeyore, standing quietly nearby, muttered, "Well, at least something turned out right today." Pooh sat down on the soft grass, dipped his paw inside the honey pot, and pulled it out dripping with golden honey. He licked it with great satisfaction. Pooh murmured, smacking his lips, "Nothing is better than honey, unless, of course, it is honey enjoyed with friends." Everyone gathered around, smiling. The 100-Acre Wood felt warmer and happier, for the missing honey pot had been found, and so had a little more joy in sharing. And so, Winnie, the Pooh learned that sometimes when things are lost, friends help us find what really matters. Happiness shared together. Did you enjoy today's story, my little ones? If you did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Wise Owl's Storytime so you never miss another adventure. Until next time, keep smiling, keep dreaming,